T.A.G.
Tag, very nice, very evil.
Yeah, that's tag shit.
Free fall as I die through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
What up, Tag Nation? What up, Tag family? It is Scooter. You can't see me, Ray. And you know, before we really get into this video, let's make it a little more festive. Let's liven it up a little bit. As you can see on the back, we have the one and only John Cena. Mr. Damn near has done any and everything throughout the world of professional wrestling. And this video is dedicated to him. Let's walk through some timelines here and kind of try to, discuss some things together as a family. So we know back in Money in the Bank, John Cena came out and people was wondering, what is good old John gonna talk about? What is the leader of the C Nation? Dr. Thugonomics is gonna discuss. And he got to the ring, did his thing. Then he promptly announced his retirement. He said, hey y'all, just letting y'all know, 2025 is it for your boy. He said, 2025 will be my last Mania, my last Rumble, my last SummerSlams, whatever he's gonna do. Now, of course, as he announced the retirement, the crowd, of course, visibly and audibly was just shocked and stunned and just amazement that, hey, this man just announced that he's hanging it up, like this is John Cena, as you can see on his shirt, basically the farewell tour. Now, what also made this such a baffling thing to me, and once again, I'm my own thinking individual. Of course, y'all can have y'all's own thoughts and feelings towards this, but it was like, hey, he dropped this announcement, then he did the the post-show media scrum afterwards, where he kind of went into a little bit more details, which he basically said, it's my last year as being an active competitor. I'm not walking away from wrestling. I just won't be wrestling anymore. So if I need it in a backstage role, producer role, whatever, I'm here. But as far as wrestling, 2025 is it. And I think they said roughly he'll be doing about maybe 40 dates throughout the year of 2025. Now, this is where it gets weird for me as a person. That's been it. Money in the Bank, if I recall, was in June, July. Hold on, let me get it right. Let me get the dates right. But it was like, that's it. Like, you just announced this retirement and there has been nothing since. Like, Money in the Bank was early July. And it's like, hey, that's it. There hasn't been no word. There hasn't been no mention. There hasn't been anything. And that's where my slight confusion of all of this comes from, because it's like such a prolific, polarizing performer. Yeah, I'm dropping all the P's, but it's like, hey, you're John Cena, hey, you're you, and you just dropped this nuke on us and nothing's been said since. As of recording this video, it is early October 14th. So it's been almost 4 months since the announcement. Now watch you show up on Raw or something. But it's been almost 4 months since the announcement, and there hasn't been nothing. Like, I know he was out there promoting movies, shooting movies. I know just this past weekend he was on Kai Cenat's stream, and it was like, hey, what about the wrestling stuff, my guy? So this video is just mainly kind to discuss what's up with his retirement, as far as, this would be kind of hopefully an interactive point to where, let's discuss what we think is going to be up with his retirement. Who do you want to see John's final opponents to be? Your thoughts and feelings about John. Ultimately, do we want him to, in essence, break Ric Flair's record? I mean, they're tied at 16 apiece. He needs one more championship reign to be the 17-time champion. Not only that, do we also want to see John Cena finally become a Grand Slam champion? Because the man has never won the Intercontinental Championship. So, but it's funny when we kind of go down memory lane with John, because this was the man we was introduced to. This was the man who came out to Kurt Angle and told him that he had ruthless aggression. And, I mean, he'll admit, everybody can admit, he looks like creator wrestler number 7. Like, how when you just trying to create somebody in the WWE games, whether it was previous up until now, and you didn't really put no effort, boom, creator wrestler 7. But who would have thought that man would transcend wrestling? That man would be the man he is today. That, he was just John Cena. Just, okay, it's just John Cena. Okay, cool. But then, he switched the gears to the Doctor of Thugonomics, and he was doing his rapping thing on a weekly basis. And, word of life, this is basic Thugonomics. The man even dropped a platinum selling album that I do own, by the way. I do own it, and I'm not ashamed to say I own it. But who would have thought that this man would transcend and be who he is and where he is? I mean, being in that wrestling ring, like I said, multi-time champion. I mean, 16-time world champion, multiple-time U.S. champion, multi-time tag champ. But it's weird that, he has not had the Intercontinental to complete his to complete the cycle of being Grand Slam, which that's kind of weird that he hasn't, did that, hasn't been Grand Slam yet. Like, that is such a unique thing that John Cena has not been Grand Slam. Multi-time main eventer, WrestleMania, all of these legendary moments that we know. I mean, he's also the Make-A-Wish King of Kings. I think over 500 wishes he has granted for Make-A-Wish. So the man is mad accomplished. Like, whether we love him or hate him, the man is mad accomplished. And ultimately, this video will be revisited and will be redone, per the stars being aligned, and that we can come back and truly talk about his retirement and his impact and everything. But it's just weird that in professional wrestling, we get these people that transcend wrestling. I mean, we had Hogan's, we had Macho Man's, we had Jesse the Body Ventura's, we've had Rock, we had Stone Cold. And for the longest time, especially if you've been a lifelong wrestling fan, it really did feel like there was nobody else who was going to transcend wrestling like that. Because after the Rock and Austin era, it got a little dicey. It got a little sketchy. It kind of felt like we was in a time of some creator wrestler that we're gonna shove this person down your throat type situation. But then it was like, no, this man truly has persevered, and for that generation of wrestlers on, he did kind of show that, hey, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan and stick with it, whether they love you or hate you. At some point, people are going to come around. Mr. Hustle, loyalty, respect, the salute, the hats, the shirts, the colorways. Like, he definitely, when I want to say it was it Sheamus? No, sorry, it was The Rock who called him Fruity Pebbles. Like, it made sense for that insult, but at the same time, I mean, who else was coming at in bright orange like that? Like, he had these ways with this color schemes and things like that of course attracted the kids. And at a point it was almost cool to hate Cena because we knew the children loved him so much. So it was like, as an adult, it was like, nah, we hate Cena. If Cena wins, we riot. Here comes Super Cena. But at the same time, he was going out there doing what he needed to do. I mean, whether we loved it or hated it, he was going out there being that draw, being that megastar that we were seeing him become. And then what started to truly make it crazy was that he started transitioning, of course, into movies and things of that nature. And I don't know about y'all, the man has been hitting it out the park as an actor. Yeah, he may have some stumbles. Yeah, he may have some roles that we're kind of like, but he's also seeming to settle in as the funny guy. He seems to settle in that, comedy and comedy adjacent tends to be his bag. And, with his frat boy-esque type look and sometimes personality, it seems like it's a perfect fit. Especially too, they tend to put Cena in these roles that he's this frat boy-esque or goofy guy, but then you see such this big guy. Like, you see this guy who's muscle on muscles with this smile and everything, and you're just like, all right, cool, I believe it. So his legacy is definitely one that's going to be good. I'm hoping, knocking on wood, whatever, that nothing comes out that Cena is this terrible person. But I mean, first ballot Hall of Famer, easily, all around good guy. Like, you don't see or hear too many negative things about John Cena. And if it is negative, it's kind of like well, you make the judge on how you feel. Like, because, one person's experience, who they may deem as a negative experience, some people could look at it and be like, But you don't hear too many superstars saying a cross word about him or this, that, and the third. So it is going to be interesting to see when his 2025 tour finally happens, finally kicks off, and we truly get more details and see what all it entails, and who some of his final opponents going to be, and this, that, and the third. I'm hoping there's an American Dragon who is currently not a full-time wrestler anymore. Maybe he may make a one-off appearance and, wrestle John Cena in his farewell tour. But that's just me, though. That's just me. That's just me. The leader of the Yes movement, you know what I'm saying? Versus the leader of the C Nation one last time. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me. Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. But John Cena, ultimately, let us know down below how y'all feel about Mr. Cena. You know what I'm saying? The last time is now. The farewell tour. How y'all feeling about John Cena? How y'all feeling about his legacy? How y'all feeling about his overall just presence in the WWE? How do you feel about him outside of WWE? Because he still carries himself super professional. The way we saw his professionalism in wrestling, it's truly carried over outside. And yes, I do feel he's the second. He is the second best wrestler turned actor. There will be a video done about who I feel is the best wrestler turned actor. So just stay tuned for that one. But yeah, John Cena, 16-time world champion, already with a Hall of Fame resume. We're not that far from 2025, and I'm pretty sure possibly on the first episode of Raw on Netflix, he's probably going to show up and hopefully give us a full rundown on his plans for 2025 and his farewell tour. But yeah, whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, preferably the thumbs up. Like, share, comment. And once again, let's get some interaction. Let us know what you think about John Cena overall. Whether you love him, hate him, you can't wait to see what matches he could potentially have in 2025. How do you feel about him as an actor? Hell, even an overall human being. Maybe some of y'all got a chance to meet him. If you got it, let us know down below. But thank y'all for tuning in. And after you do all of that, of course, you got to subscribe. And after you subscribe, you got to tag that notification bell so you can be notified for all type of videos where you get some of these one-off type videos like this. Tag me ins, hot tags, quick tags, dizzle moments, you know, any and everything. Any and everything. But yeah, let us know how you feel about the leader of the C Nation, Mr. You Can't See Me, Mr. Never Give Up, who the You Can't See Me thing has surprisingly translated well throughout all forms of media. All forms. And I even love the fact that he even still runs with it and still is a good sport about the whole You Can't See Me thing. But hey, you gotta love it, right? But thank y'all for tuning in. Shout outs to Lip Dizzle, Jaeger Bombastic, Juggernaut 097. Thank y'all, T.A.G Nation. Until next time, you can't see me, but I'm giving y'all this too sweet through the ether, through the, you know, like Goku, I need your energy. You can just feel the energy of this too sweet. So boom, love one another, take care of one another, love yourself, take care of yourself, look out for your mental and physical health. And until next time, members of the T.A.G Nation, do not forget to tag out. Peace.